What's up, everybody?
Hey.
My name's Jackson. Welcome back to the Let's Talk podcast. I'm with my co-host Eli from
Hey,
Eli
dog.
Reacts and other
Hello.
stuff. And I'm with A-Dog18 from And in a Meme Zone and also other stuff on Laser Sky and Laser Sky Records. And also Eli's from other Laser Sky stuff and Laser Sky Records. Coming soon.
I haven't created my band. I haven't got a guitar yet, but as soon as I do, my music will be releasing, and also I'll be selling these.
And he's starting a new show!
Boy.
Well, yeah, he is. I don't know why I said it like that. I mean, he's starting a new show called On the Screen, coming soon. This week.
And,
No, hang on.
And there's gonna
maybe.
be a theme song for Meme Zone. By the way, or
For your third season, but we didn't announce that yet.
Will you just
it's
Yeah,
good
maybe.
to-
You know what? Fine. Let's just start the freaking interview. I have homework I have to do.
Yes.
Yes, hurry.
Join the call.
Faggot.
Hello?
Oh, hello.
Hello?
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Who is
Hey.
Solo?
That's the interview. That's the guy we're interviewing.
Legend.
Hello, Solo.
Hey, how's it going, man?
So,
Alright, hang on, Avery. I don't know who you are. Can you please tell me a little bit who you are? Like, you know.
I mean, I was pretty big in the Twitter community a while ago. I was running Team SeiZe, a few other teams I was managing. Beyond that, I'm nothing more than just a normal kind of guy, really. Nice guitarist, I guess.
Oh,
oh,
so
that's cool.
Yo, sorry?
you play guitar too, huh?
Yeah, I've been playing for about 12 years.
Oh, dang. I've only been playing for like maybe a year yet.
Oh, really? That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Alright.
What made you? What
You
made
wanna-
you want to join Team SeiZe?
Basically, you know the guy who used to own it, Stocks?
Yeah.
Yes.
A long time ago, I tweeted out that I was looking for a thumbnail designer, and he was the first person. This is back when I did YouTube, and he was the first person who DM'd me, and we got talking, and then I found out he owned this team, and it had like 4,000 subs, and at the time I had just over 200. So I was like, wow, holy fuck, this is so many subs. I want to be a part of this. This is so big. So I joined them as an editor. To be honest, just because the numbers were so big, and then I stayed in there because the people in there were really nice, and I found this whole side to like a community which I'd never found before. So it was pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, okay.
What sort of, like, happened near the end? Like, when it, like, what, like, happened, like, during the end?
Do you mean like the end of when the team just died? Really?
Yeah, what all caused it? You don't have to say a lot, but you could say a little bit if you can.
That depends on how much time you've got, because this is a long story.
You can. I don't care if it's a long story. I really don't care.
Prepare yourselves. It's very intricate. Basically, what happened is, if I remember this rightly, I'm not going to name anybody because I don't want to throw shade or anything.
Yeah.
But at the time, there were two main leaders. Then there was 3 managers, and I was kind of the guy who did everything. I was organizing like the streams. I was organizing recruitments and editing, etc. And then the 2 guys who owned the team out of the blue decided to leave. This was overnight. All these guys are either Canadian or American, and obviously I'm British, so I was asleep when this was all happening. I woke up the next day. The 2 leaders had left to join a different team, and the 3 managers, me included, were just like, yeah, you own the team now. Here's all the information. Run everything yourself. And because they left, a lot of other people in the team decided they had enough, so they left. A lot of the really good designers and editors, for example. Beyond there, I was already midway through setting up a website and like animating new stuff for the team, so I just sort of carried on doing that. 2 guys alongside me eventually decided just to part ways because they weren't happy with how things were running. And then I was just left with me and about 4 people who, if I'm honest, really weren't that good at what they were doing. I don't know why they were recruited in the first place. I mean, I'm talking people who use like, you know, Panzoid and MS Paint. They were using that for their thumbnails and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it was kind of my fault because I couldn't manage things very well. But at the end of the day, everybody just sort of left in the space of a week, and I didn't have any resources available, and I had no experience because, as I said before, I had like 200, 300 subscribers, and I was given this channel that was closing up to 5,000.
So they
I
really
had
just threw it at
Mhm.
you, like threw all of it at you, not even telling you what to do.
Well, I don't want to portray these guys in a bad way or anything, but I think it was kind of a brash decision. I already kind of knew what I was doing because I was looking at a lot of the analytics
Uh
and
huh.
I was managing a lot, but I wasn't really asked if I wanted to take this much responsibility and leadership. It was just kind of given to me. Well, me and the two other people who eventually left. And if I'm honest, I didn't really want to do it because I was doing like my end of year exams at school and I wanted to focus on that. So it was really bad timing. So when I decided I wanted to leave, the team just sort of died.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know if
Oh,
you saw it or anything, but there was I got like a second version of it. Some guys tried to revive it, but it lasted like a few days before it died out. I'm still not sure why that happened. It's kind of a shame.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you mean there was like a second version of it?
Yeah, again, I'm not going to name drop anybody, but there were two people in particular who were like, yeah, we can revive it, don't worry. So I was like, okay, well, I'm not doing anything with it, so here's all the account details. And they changed
the
everything they could, and then it didn't live up to the hype, you know? Nobody was really that interested.
okay. One question. Um, okay. Um, do you think there's still hope for teams?
Well, if you forget that the channel still has like, I think it's near 5k subs now, maybe a bit nearer to 4.
Wow.
A team's really independent of the people that are inside of it. So if you could get like the original people who were so talented at what they were doing, people who had outgoing personalities, and people who more than anything had passion for what they were doing and they cared, then I'd say yeah, it would have hope. Any team who had that sort of chemistry would have hope. But in its current state, if anybody was like, yeah, I'll pick up the Twitter account and I'll start spamming emojis to get people's attentions, talking about RCs and stuff, then no, I think it's just better left dead, to be honest.
You know that channel? They changed the name and like changed it to something else.
Yeah, I think they were, if I remember rightly, after the second time, they changed it to a different team. And I think that's what the iconic channel is now. I could be wrong.
Last time it was something called Trend Block, but there was no videos on it. But like it still had the banner, like the Team SeiZe banner, but it also had like just a picture that said Trend Block. I don't know what it was, what they were trying to do. It just didn't have any videos and it looked really weird. And I was so confused.
Uh, I'm not sure. There was one guy. It's really hard to tell the story without dropping anybody's names. Uh, there's this one guy. He never explicitly said it, but I got the vibes that he just kind of wanted to take all of the social media, like the Twitter and the channel and all that, and use it for his own stuff. So it could have been that.
So what do you do now?
I just finished U11. You guys are American, right?
Yeah.
If I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what the equivalent is, but it's basically just finishing high school over here. And I'm finishing up my job, my summer job, in a few days' time, and then I'm going over to college. So right now I'm just, playing my guitar, studying computer science, and working hard.
Um, are you managing any other like gaming teams right now, or not really?
I was interested in it because it's quite fun, just to have a part of something and
Mhm.
seeing it grow. Do you guys keep up to date with Iconic?
Well, I do. I check every now and then to see what they're up to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was talking to Passive, if you know him. I'm assuming you know
Mhm.
Passive.
Yeah, I know most of
I was
them.
talking to him a while ago. Oh, do you? Oh, yeah. I mean, they're pretty big names in this community, I guess. Um, but I was talking to him and Prophecy, the really good editor, about doing some management for the team. But then this whole have you heard of the Vindicator by any chance?
I think so.
Yes, basically someone set up this account called the Vindicator to try and have a go at Sum and Kian for making these loop streams and gaining like
Oh yeah,
ridiculous amounts of
I
subs.
saw that because I saw a stream. It was on the Polar Peak stream, and it was I
Yeah.
watched it and it was on loop because I watched like for like an hour and I saw the same thing like twice and it was weird.
Yeah, he left it on. I think it's been going on for about a month now on one of their channels, just gaining subs. And one of them came out and said, "Oh, it was just a social experiment, guys. Don't worry." But everybody knew he did it to gain the subs. Um, so somebody set up that Vindicator account. He really had no points to make. He knew about as much as everybody else knew, but nobody knew who he really was, which is the mystery. Um, and I was in a group chat called the 140, and because this guy used fluent grammar and punctuation, all that, they were like, "Oh my god, the Vindicator is solo." So everybody assumed it was me, and I was like, "Fuck this, I can't be asked." So I was like, "I don't want to manage a team, don't want to talk to this group chat, don't really want to use Twitter that much. This is childish." That kind of put me off it.
Do you still talk to any of the now iconic members?
I talk to Passive every now and then. I'm not sure if he's in it anymore though. Did he leave?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think they would say, but he might have, or he might not. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I talk to Passive a lot. I talk to Scarbo every now and then, but it's mainly just like I subtweet him a lot because that's I enjoy subtweeting people. 'Cause I never really get it. So when I talk to him, it's basically having a go at me.
Was there like any beef that caused it to like all end?
What SeiZe or?
Yeah, or like that made you like other stuff, not like besides them just all leaving. Like, was there any like drama or whatever?
Externally, no. Internally, yeah. There was a lot, mainly revolving around me. As I said earlier, I was managing pretty much everything at the time. Like, if I can find them, when this is over, I'll show you guys like the spreadsheets I made and everything, analyzing all the data and the stream schedules and stuff, and you can see just how much I did on my own. I even invested money into the team at one point, like to get a domain and everything. So I was pretty stressed out. And internally in SeiZe, we had two group chats. Well, three. We had the leaders group chat. Then we had the main group chat that everybody was in. Then we had something called the artistry. The artistry was where all the graphic designers and editors would be in. So it'd be, in theory, easier to talk to them, right? But it never panned out like that. So if I went into the artistry and said, "Hey guys, can somebody make a thumbnail for this stream?" Or "Can somebody color correct this intro for us before we put it on loop?" Or, just something basic, considering there's like 23 people in that artistry chat, somebody could take it. I would leave it like 2 or 3 days and nobody would reply to the message. And it was an ongoing thing. It was with me and Passive. We noticed that nobody was really talking that much in the artistry, so I kind of told them off a bit, if that makes sense. I was like, "You guys aren't being responsive. You got to fix this." And there was like a 2-day argument about how I'm being an abusive manager or something or other. And a bunch of people left because of that. And I think that's part of the reason why people started shifting teams, because it's just so much of a mess inside. It's difficult.
One question. What's your do you the team sees what do you normally do in it? Cuz I'm not affiliated or I never saw a team.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, originally I think it was like a Call of Duty team. But both when I started managing it and when I took it over, for lack of a better expression, I was kind of focused on it being a stream team, a content variety channel. So I'm probably going to get in lots of trouble on Twitter for saying this, but they just sort of chased any game that they knew would get them numbers. So like Fortnite, for example, when that was popping on analytics.
Oh yeah.
So many videos on that. It was so many streams because that's all people were interested in. It was basically just a small team to get numbers and entertain people in the end.
Do you think do you think now, like, besides like a gaming team, do you think like a IRL type of team could do good now? Like, do you think the IRL type of groups of people who make videos on the internet would do better now than they did a few years ago?
Or like bloggers and stuff like that.
Like a team of people who don't do gaming, but they do like IRL type stuff, like challenges type videos or whatever.
Oh, a bit like what FaZe has become now on their
Yeah.
channels. Not necessarily, only because if I'm talking from a really critical point of view, I look at analytics quite a lot. Because when I was in season, when I was trying to join Iconic, that was all part of my job. I'd look at trends and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And around about the time where PewDiePie started playing Minecraft a lot, the search demand for gaming just skyrocketed, and vlogs just. If you look at YouTube now, like if you look at FaZe Apex or I don't know, one of the other miscellaneous members, they don't really get that many views because it's all been done before. It's just those sorts of channels are dying out and gaming's coming back in the scene. So I'd like there to be, but I just don't think it's realistic.
What about if it was like a variety? Like, they did also gaming, but they did like a bunch of other stuff that wasn't gaming related.
See, that's the balance that I had to try and find with SeiZe, because if you're doing this is like some managerial type stuff, all right? I'm gonna educate you guys real quick. It's all good having the theory of we'll do a bunch of vlogs, we'll do a bunch of games, we'll do a bunch of challenges, because the idea is it's like a rotation, you know, and you'll keep everybody in the loop. Everybody's going to be entertained in one way or the other. But 9 times out of 10, it ends in oversaturation, where either there's too much content and it's really frustrating for your viewership base because they signed up for one thing and they're getting like a whole plethora of stuff that they don't care about, or it's too stressful for the people managing that team because there's just such a variety of things going on. It's hard to keep a track of. So again, I'd say it would be great if it was successful, but I've yet to see anybody pull it off.
What do you think? Like, do you think like web shows made by YouTubers like do good now, like these days?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, do you keep up to date with Linus Tech Tips and Impulsive, etc., etc.?
Uh-huh.
That sort of stuff is always popping, mainly because do you know what SEO search terms are?
Yes.
Yeah, basically people like Linus Tech Tips, NKPHD, all those other familiar names, Jay's 2 cents, they all are SEO'd. So when you search for a new tech or a new game or something, they'll come up automatically. And the production quality of like Linus Tech Tips stuff, because they're an actual corporate company, not just a YouTube channel. It's so well done. It's like 8K where most people still have like 1080p 16:9 monitors. So yeah, they do great, and to be honest, I don't really understand why. Because to me, it just looks like generic content.
Yeah. We have a variety channel that we are all a part of, but like it's not. Well, they call it. We're a startup like company, like a film studio. So like we do like a lot of web shows. We have like a record label too. We make music, and we have like a podcast. But like we do a lot of web shows with other people, and it seems to be doing good.
Yeah, I mean, if you can find the balance, then I keep saying balance, but like the balance between doing stuff just for the views and the numbers and doing stuff because you actually have passion for it. If you can find that perfect balance, then you'll set. That sort of stuff will take off.
We don't really care about like we just do it because like we just like making people happy. Like we really don't do it for the views. We just do it just for like fun and to make other people feel better. That's really what we do it for.
It's always a mix because like if you see teams today like let me try and think of some that are big in Twitter right now. Like Carnage, for example.
Yeah.
If you look at the amount of people that are going for that recruitment challenge that's going on right now, pardon me, most of them are just there because Carnage is a big channel. They've got this G Fuel sponsorship and all that. They're not in it because they like the entertainment value. And to be honest, neither does Carnage. Like if you look at their Twitter feed and all their mediums, their hearts aren't 100% into it, at least in my opinion. I mean, if you have a different opinion, that's fine. But it's all about that balance of trying to find genuine. I want to entertain people, or I need to see my analytics grow.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I mean, that's just my opinion, though.
Like, really, my person, I think really, like, going for the views and stuff is good. But, like, at least you, like, really need, like, that, like, at least to, like, make people happy, have a family connection with your, like, other members that's, like, working with you so you can have a family growth.
Yeah.
You know.
Let me ask you a question. did you ever get paid for what you did?
No. There was actually a big drama with that. Again, I'm always gonna try not to name drop. But when I was I think it was about a week into my recruitment into SeiZe. This is like last year.
Mm-hmm.
One of the lead, well, they like to call themselves CEOs, but it's not a company. So one of the leaders there, I was editing at the time, and I asked if I would have been paid for anything. No, I didn't expect it. I was just asking out of the blue, and then he was like, "No, dude, if you're just in here to get the money, then you're in the wrong place. You need to get out. That's not what it's about." And it caused like this whole moral dilemma of I would like to get paid because I'm putting my effort into this, but nobody else is getting paid. So to be fair, the team never earned any money. Like, ad revenue isn't that much for a channel that small.
Yeah.
Well, so for our like startup company, we have like I don't know, we have 2 YouTube channels, but one's for our actual studio, one's for a record label. They don't. So they have social media. Some of them have social media. I do most of the advertisement and like uploading and editing and thumbnail making, and I make most of the advertisement stuff, most of the like stuff. All they do is just either like advertise it on their social media, or like they like will just be like just acting in their shows. But mostly I do like 50% of the work. They do like a small percentage, but I do most of like the work though. So I do a lot.
Oh yeah, I also try to get like some like big people in to like for podcasts.
Yeah. What? Out of curiosity, how come you guys invited me over? Because I've sort of fallen off my game after the whole SeiZe thing. Nobody cares about me anymore.
It doesn't matter. Well, Jackson did.
Honestly, we just
I
like
mean, you're pretty
talking to
cool.
people. I just thought you were pretty interesting as a person, so I just wanted to talk to you.
Oh, have you been following my Twitter feed lately? Because that is fucked right now. The shit I say.
Oh,
Like, no, I'm not nothing offensive, by the way. Let me just point that nothing borderline offensive, but I get really, annoyed about the whole sum and key and loop stream things. And I talk about that a lot because it's just wrong, and I get in so much shit for it every time.
That Team C's channel that you said that was the second one. Did what? How many subs did it have?
Uh, it was still the first original channel. They just rebranded it, so.
Oh, so it wasn't like a second channel. It was just the same channel, different name.
Yeah, no. I'll name drop one of the guys who is in on it, because I'm sure he won't mind. Prophecy was one of the guys who was invoking this whole change and trying to
Mm-hmm.
rebirth it, and he was hell set on getting all the original members back to do it. Like I don't know, Stocks and Passive, and all these people that before I hadn't even heard of because I was too late. But I don't know why. I don't think they even published a video on the channel before they gave up on it. I just feel like if they could have got the people that they wanted, then it would have taken off and they would have been such a great success.
okay. If Team C's would have been successful for like 10 years, would you see it being popular? If not, freaking more popular than Fate. If it got successful and it was like that for like 10 years.
Are you basically asking like if it carried on, where would it be 10 years from now?
I'm pretty sure that's what he was asking.
Yeah, that's a pretty difficult question to like foresight. I mean, when I was analyzing everything, like the analytics and the watch time, it was showing no signs of going down. In fact, most of the time when it was Fortnite content, obviously it was showing signs of going up. More people were interested, more people were getting to the videos by link shares and recommended videos, which meant people were trying to, put these videos out there for their friends to see, etc. But I don't know how long that growth would have gone on for because they really didn't want to change up their content very much. They were really hell set on we either play Call of Duty or we play Fortnite. We'll do nothing else. So if they were willing to change that attitude a bit, then I never think they would have got like 1 million subscribers or anything like that. But they would have been a lot more successful than they ended up being.
It's so hard now to even be successful. Like we started like a while ago. I mean, I started like
We
uh
haven't
what?
improved any.
Wait, what?
We haven't like improved any.
Little bit.
Like follower wise. Yeah, a little bit, but not a very big number. Like maybe a video will have maybe 20 views, maybe or something like that.
Mm.
But ours is also not worldwide. You literally have to look up the name in order to find it.
We
So
actually just started having like a weekly schedule, so we're just now getting back in like we just now finally got like a schedule. Like we're still like starting. We just have been dealing with some stuff, but it's not. Yeah. Um. But I started like 6 years ago. I just didn't post a lot back then, but like just like 2 years ago, I started posting more. But
Yeah.
if I posted a lot more, I would be at a bigger number right now. It's just I took like a year off, but I mean, yeah, it's really hard to get subscribers now. And
I can
Fortnite's like losing views because Minecraft like is now like the #1 popular game in the world now.
yeah, it is. I don't even. It's because of what's his name making it popular again? PewDiePie. I
PewDiePie
think?
made a series on it.
Yeah. I don't.
That's interesting because I don't know how long that's gonna last. I would have thought it would have died by now, but it's showing no signs of going down. Like if you look at Google Trends or Go Trends, whatever it's called,
Hmm.
I think they changed the name of it. And if you look at the search difference between Minecraft and porn, at the exact same time Minecraft went up, porn went down. So it's showing no signs of decreasing. Like as in, I don't know if you're familiar. That's like it keeps a track of monthly searches. So per month, more people were searching Minecraft than they were searching something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I have to place a bet, I think it's going to go on for like another 2 months, and then Minecraft will start to die out. What do you guys think?
I feel like I honestly feel like it might be. I feel like there might be a balance at some point where Minecraft and Fortnite will have the same amount of views. Like they'll be the two most popular. I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like Fortnite will overpower Minecraft. Like
I think
I
we're
feel
all.
like they'll go head to head. Like 1 month they'll be Minecraft, or another month they'll be Fortnite has more
Like
views.
PewDiePie versus T series, like that.
I feel like it'll just differ like every month. Like the next few weeks probably it'll be like that. Like it'll differ from whichever one's the biggest, probably something.
Yeah, yeah, I see what you mean. You guys got any other questions or?
I don't think so.
No, not really.
Hang on,
Are
I'm
you an
trying to wait.
Are
What?
you an OG to Team C?
You know, sorry.
Are you an OG to Team C's?
Uh, define OG like an original member or?
One of them.
Yeah.
Uh, not really. Not really. No. When I joined, there was already like Stocks and Jinx were in there. Prophecy was in there. You had Champs or Jack, I think he prefers to be called now. They were already in there, and they had like 23 members in the Discord, I think, before I joined. So, but then again, I don't know how early on the team was. I mean, it started in 2018, didn't it? Like mid 2018,
I think it was like summer.
summer 2018.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, because that's when I started watching.
I think I might have joined around the 4 month mark. So if that's early enough, then I guess. But it's still mad. I keep getting asked about Team C's. Like every other day, I get a random person DMing me asking either to join or what happened. And I've kind of tried to say it before. I've got nothing really to do with the team anymore. I'll answer your questions, but you know, everything's out of my hands. I don't think people really. They kind of think I had a massive role to play in the team, but realistically, I didn't. You know,
Hmm.
I mean, there was one video that I edited for Team C's just before it died, and it was so bad I asked not to be credited in it, and I had to ask to be removed. You might have seen it. It was some Call of Duty Blackout gameplay, and it was passive talking over it about the SeiZe recruitment challenge, the
I think
last
I've
one
seen
before
that.
it died. it was so bad. I don't know what I did to it. I think it was my Vegas was messing up, or my Premiere, whatever I used at the time. But it was so bad I asked not to be credited, and then shortly after that time, that's when the team died. So that was ironic.
I'm trying to think. I had another question. I was trying to remember what it was. Um. So wait, were you just an editor and like a manager?
At first, I was an editor. I didn't edit much for them at the time. I think I only edited like 2 or 3 videos or something like that.
Did
But
they?
then I went to Stocks. It must have been Stocks or Jinx, and I started saying this is wrong. This could be more efficient. And then after a while, I was put to a manager because they were like, yeah, this kid's doing a lot. We'll just let him have the reins. It wasn't like an instant thing. Like I was an editor for about 2 or 3 months, and the work was pretty scarce because they were mainly doing live streams.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was, I don't know, 3.5 months. I think it was where I got the DM from Jinx saying, "Yeah, sure, you're a manager now. Whatever." He really wasn't happy with the decision. Like, I don't know if I should be saying this, but I'll say it anyway. Most people in that team hated me so much. It was Jinx hated me because I don't know, I was doing his job better than him at the time, and he's kind of nicer now, but he was really toxic back then. Like he would get in actual unironic Twitter arguments every day about some serious stuff, and he would like argue in chat every day. Like you know, when you asked me earlier if there was any beef in the team or anything like that.
Yeah.
There was like arguments in the group chat literally every day for like 2 weeks when I was first joined, and these were people like threatening to leave and stuff because the arguments were that bad. I'm not sure if that really had a role to play in why people left. It seemed to everybody that people left because the main guys with the big numbers like Stocks had left. Also, some people didn't like Passive either because he had a team called, oh, was it US? It wasn't USK, was it?
I don't think so. I think he was a part of it, but I don't think it was his.
I think, yeah, no, I don't think he owned it. I don't know. He has some part to play in it. And when they drifted away, he took the channel and made it his own channel, and he still uploads to that channel. And I think it's got like near 2K subs, if I'm right. He's mainly streaming now, so I haven't checked his YouTube in a while. But everyone was like, "Oh, you stole the channel, and you've just jumped back in the because he was added to the group chat and then immediately introduced as a leader, and not many people knew who he was. So a lot of people hated me and him. So that's where a lot of hostility came from. There was like some. You probably guessed from my Twitter feed. I don't like some at all. I'll say that publicly. You guys know who some is, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I do. I think they might. I'm not sure.
I mean, yeah, he's not a great guy. I mean, even back then, he was just so unnecessarily toxic. Like, when me and Jinx had that argument about being paid, we were talking out in Discord, and every now and then, some would he was already in the call, just muted, and he would unmute himself. Like when Jinx said, "Yeah, this happened with another guy who I'm not going to name," and Jinx would, someone would unmute himself and be like, "Oh yeah, that was me. He's lying. He always." Then the whole loop stream thing, like that was just ridiculous. Like Keen's got even more subs now though. Like I think Sun's jumped to 65k when he had like 30, and Keen's jumped to like, I don't know, 5k. I think he's at. And they had like, some had 20k before. Oh my god! Right, this is a massive sidetrack. But can I please rant about something real quick?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
This is exclusive. But as far as I know, this has never been public before. This is kept between me and him. But I think this was whilst I was with SeiZe. I edited for some as well. And he paid me. So it was £40 a month. And he sent me the first PayPal payment. I think it was like 80 quid. He overpaid me. So I refunded him the 40 and I edited videos in for 1 month. And I don't know if he's ever had an editor before, but he's instead of sending like all his video files, like his background music and his commentary and gameplay or his face cam and all that, instead of sending them in separate folders for separate videos, he just sent them all at once on a Google Drive. So I had to download like 38 different files in total, and it was really difficult to keep a track of. So he'd pay me £40. I started editing the first two videos. The first two videos. And I sent them off to him. He was okay with them, and he uploaded them. And then he was like, "Oh yeah, where's the other one?" And I checked through the Google Drive link. I couldn't find anything. And then he sent me screenshots of him sending, well, I think he inspect elemented the page to try and make it look like he sent me more assets than he had. And I was like, no, you haven't. So I screen recorded myself opening the email and refreshing it, because I don't know if you know, but if you inspect element something and then refresh it, it will go away. I sent him that, and he was still adamant that, oh, you haven't done your job properly. He basically he was a massive dick about it, because I edited all the stuff he gave me to do, and he knew I needed this editing money for various things like schoolwork, because my exams were coming up and I had no equipment or revision guides, etc. And he was blatantly, we both knew it, but he was blatantly faking that he sent me more files than he actually had. And we had this beef about it. We were being really toxic. And it got to the point where he threatened to talk to the guys at SeiZe to get me removed from the team because I was harassing him.
Yeah.
And then he was taking screenshots out of context, and it was like, yo, if you don't apologize now, I'll tweet this out. And when I say out of context, he would like screenshot a message that I had sent with no messages of what he had sent. So, like, in a conversation, if I call him a retard and it's deserved or it's as a joke or something, that's fine. But if he takes out of context, so it's just a message of my profile picture saying you're a retard and he tweets it out, honestly, that's going to backlash on me a lot. So he was being really, really manipulative, and he's one of the reasons I really wanted to leave SeiZe at the time. Like, I wanted nothing to do with it, but because I was running everything, I couldn't just, spirit up and leave. Yeah, that's a massive sidetrack. Sorry about that. That's just never come out before. I just don't understand how people can support him after all the stuff he's done to other people.
Wait, what was his name?
Oh,
you're talking about Sam.
Yeah. Just so many shady things he's done before. Like, he tried to express to me and other people in DMs that he's the smartest guy you'll ever meet on YouTube. But no. There's just so many things he did.
I've watched some of his videos, and some of the things he says he'll do in the video, I never see it happen. Like, I see some of his thumbnails, like, in his title, like, what he's doing in the video, but I just never see it. Like, nothing what he says in the title ever happens.
Yeah, literally.
Like, basically.
Well, that's the thing. I had the screenshots. They're probably still on my Twitter somewhere if you dig back in my media long enough. But I was talking to him. I was saying, your videos are obviously clickbait. And he was like, yeah, no, clickbait's fine. That's all right. And
no, because people hate it. You go down to the comments, clickbait
literally.
video, you hear roses are red, violets are blue. I just got clickbaited. So did you.
Yeah, literally. Like, every third comment was something like his videos. So many dislikes for it, but he was just blindsided by his sub growth. Like, innocent 5-year-olds just want some new Fortnite skins. But it was like, no, clickbait is fine. And then he said he was adamant that he'd stop clickbaiting anyway. So I screenshotted some of his videos and showed him the titles, and then the content was like, dude, clickbait by definition is just trying to do what you can to intrigue people and then mislead them from there.
Dang.
And he was like, oh, you're such an idiot. You don't know what clickbaiting is. LMAO. It was just so fucking toxic, man.
Yeah, that would piss the crap out of me. I get pissed off at stuff like that.
It's so annoying, man, because, like, before then, obviously he had a lot more social media attention than I ever have. Because as far as YouTube goes, I stopped it, like, 2 years ago and removed all but 2 videos.
Out of that. now, except for now.
You what? Sorry.
You're completely out of that YouTube thing now, except for this time being in the interview.
I uploaded a little bit. Like, if you look at my channel, I've uploaded like a tutorial on how to get someone a login, username and password using Wireshark and some basically just computer science stuff that I'm offloading. But I don't really have any solid plans to make videos. No, I've removed them all now. To be fair, that's just because I when I got a job, I didn't want them searching up my name and finding Destiny PvPs and stuff. That would have been pretty awkward in the interview. But yeah, the point, sorry, being that he had so much more social media attention than I've ever had. He had like 15,000 when I met him, and I had just short of 400 subscribers. And he was earning like double the amount of views I have in a few videos.
Honestly, oh, you go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. So if I said anything negative about him, I'd get just slaughtered with angry 5-year-olds on Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, well, honestly, the words that you're telling about him, I honestly don't think he deserves that many followers or anything. The stuff that you were telling me that he done.
I can tell you this for a fact. From his looped Fortnite streams, which he says they were a social experiment at first. He says they were to show everybody how bad of a state YouTuber's in. Clearly he wasn't, because he still got the growth from it, and then he continued to do it. And I'm pretty sure, if you were to look at his channel right now, you would see that he's still streaming it. Before that, he was doing like, he's still streaming it now with 3 people. He has 68,000 subscribers now. When he started doing this, he had less than 30,000. So he's over doubled his entire subscriber count just for a social experiment. So he definitely doesn't deserve any of the subscribers that he's got.
Yeah.
It was kind of controversial. He's like, I won't make this all about him, but he's definitely chasing those numbers more than he's chasing his aspirations. Like, if you look at his Twitter bio, he talks about being humble, and every time I see that, it makes me die of laughter because it just is not true.
Wow.
So wait, is he looping a stream right now?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's still live right now. Let's see how long it's been going on for, just in case this is a genuine stream.
Oh, it says July 20th.
Oh, yeah, that's how long it's been going on for.
Streams
I think he
night
gets
meet.
donated
It says,
for this
yeah, he put pre-recorded in the title.
Yeah, he put that there because he used to have it in the description. And I screenshotted it. And if you can find it again on my Twitter if you want. I screenshotted it and tweeted to him and was like, dude, you can say what you want, but if you put this in your description, it doesn't get rid of the fact you're still breaking the terms of service on YouTube. You can still get terminated for doing this because it is misleading. And I think it's on the spam and deception part of the terms of service. It literally says stuff about this exact kind of content. So his state of mind was, oh, well, to fix that, I just put it in the title instead. So that's only there because I called him out on it. I still don't think that excuses it, though. I mean, like, look at that like to dislike ratio. 22,000 likes to 1,500 dislikes. Like, these are just people who are like 5-year-olds who just want to get Fortnite skin. Look at the description as well. Look at the amount of tags that he's put in there just to get those clicks.
Oh my gosh.
It's insane, because what a lot of people don't realize, I'm not trying to make myself sound all smart here, but it's not just about the amount of people that like your content and then subscribe to you or anything like that. Every time someone clicks on your stream, that's engagement. It doesn't matter how long the watch time is, that in its form is engagement. Right now, the YouTube algorithm sees that as positive. No matter what other factor, no matter where the traffic came from, that's engagement. We're going to promote it. So the more engagement you get, the higher a chance you have to be discovered. It's like, since I've been talking about it, he's now got 10 people watching him instead of 3. That's probably because of all those tags. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Do you have any other questions?
Was that to me or?
I was asking them.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, rip! I'm gonna go die now. Yeah, no. Thanks for having me on, guys. It's been great.
You're
Oh
welcome.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
been a real
It's
pleasure
been nice
having you.
talking to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you too. It's been great to, instead of complaining on Twitter, I can talk in a podcast instead.
Yeah, I finally found out like the whole story because I've been wanting to know like what happened for a while.
Yeah, I think you were the guy who DM'd me quite a lot about it.
Yeah.
But there was you and about 7 other people who would DM me daily at the time. So I saw the notification on my phone. I just swiped it and went back to sleep. I just unintentionally completely ignored you.
I
So that's
was
my bad.
honestly just trying to like help you out because I kind of felt bad that you were just all alone.
Yeah.
But like I was
You're,
asking you about it, but like my intention was just like help you out.
yeah, there was someone else. You and one other person I got that vibe from because everybody was there like, yo, tell me what happened to see. Send me screenshots. I want to tweet about it. I want to get a video on it. But I think you actually sent me a message saying, "Is there anything I can do to help out?"
Yeah.
Because I had like a whole sea of just shitstorm. I didn't really see the positive messages. I just saw a bunch of DMs and ignored them from everybody. It was a bad state of mind. It didn't depress me or anything. There was so much stress on me, so it is really upsetting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like there's still some bad blood in the community because some people blame me for SeiZe dying, but it's whatever, you know. At the end of the
Yeah.
day, I was so happy I played my guitar.
Is it
I'm,
the majority of the people that only blame you, or is it all around people blame each other for it dying?
nobody really blamed themselves apart from me. I took ownership for it. Trying to think. Do you mean when people left or when the team died? Or both?
Uh, both.
When people left, the people that stayed in the chat who didn't slowly dwindle away knew it was just because everybody else is leaving because Stocks had left. And Stocks was like this. I still respect Stocks, but it's kind of obvious that everybody was in the team just because he had the big numbers and they wanted to grow themselves, which is fair enough. But everybody just sort of left because the clout was leaving at first.
Yeah.
When the team was actually dying out, if you look at if I could somehow find the comments, I can show you. I got a lot of the shit for it because if you don't know the inside story until now, and you look at the outside of it, the team's been handed over to this small guy who's no one ever heard of, and now the team's dead. It does look like it's my fault. So I can see why people would have thought that.
Yeah.
But I got a lot of the hate for it. It was distributed between me and Jinx a little bit because he left with Braden. He was another guy who was helping manage things. He and Braden left near about the same time, so they got a little bit of shit for it. But it was 100% me who got the worst of it.
Yeah.
I tried my best though.
Mhm.
There's actually I'm not gonna tell the full story, at least not on a podcast, because I don't want to bring up any old bad blood.
Could you tell us like
But when
off
I
camera?
can tell you after, I'll tell a little bit on camera, but I can tell you the full story afterwards if you want to hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
The team who was trying to revive SeiZe, I was tweeting at the time saying, rip Team SeiZe, and what I meant by that was the one that everybody's familiar with is gone. They can try and bring a new one, but it won't be as fresh and as great as the one that we all knew.
Mhm.
But they just took it as if I was trying to shit them down. So I got a lot of hate from them, and there was so much bad blood between us because they thought I was trying to hate on them for restarting the team.
Yeah.
And I lost friends over that, man. Like, there's people who I still haven't spoken to, like the whole 140 people. If anyone doesn't know, there's a group chat called the 140 where it's basically just a whole no filter, no boundaries group chat where people can get added and they can say anything they want. I got kicked out of that because the guys who were in there didn't like the sort of stuff I was saying about SeiZe. At least that's one of the times I got kicked out. But yeah, there's been beef ever since Team SeiZe. I've only ever seen it as a negative thing personally.
So who do you like from Team C's who like left? Who do you like still talk to? They didn't like have beef with. Like if you did.
I don't know. I had a little bit of beef with Stocks. I think I can say all this because this is all public information already.
Yeah.
But as soon as I had set up a separate Discord server when I got the ownership for the team,
Mm-hmm.
Jinx, who was the other guy who was owning the team alongside me, actually I think he was a rank above me at the time. He got the Twitter account and he blocked Stocks. He obviously founded SeiZe and everything. He blocked him on Twitter. I can't quite remember why. I think it's because he responded to one of our tweets saying this is unprofessional. And Stocks made a Twitter video about it. Everybody was kicking off, and again, it was seen as my fault by everybody. So I got the stick for it. Even though I'm the one who rectified it, I got the apology out there. I spoke to Stocks about it for like a brief 10 minutes. There was a lot of beef. It was fine after that. I had beef with nearly everybody who was in the artistry just because I wanted to get shit done. I still have a little bit of beef with Scarvo. I don't know why, but I just sense there's beef between us. But otherwise, I'm pretty much on a clean slate with everybody now. And, you know, if any of those people are watching this podcast now thinking I'm a complete dick, I respect you all. You know, I've got no ongoing hatred for anybody. I never wish ill on anybody. It's just difference in opinion, you know.
What about Shaker?
Okay. So I only know Shaker because everybody used to suck his dick when we were in the group chat because he got a viral video. I think it's like 1.7 million views.
I think it was the weed video.
Yeah, it was a weed prank on mom video. So when every time he would talk in the group chat, everybody would be like, "Oh, hi, guy Shaker." And when I asked somebody about it, they're like, "Oh yeah, he got this viral video." So I saw him as just a clout chaser, and that was a bad insight on my part. I shouldn't have seen him as just that. And then some stuff happened in the team back before I didn't like some. They kicked him out of the group chat and they were shit talking him, and I told him what they were saying, which I know now was pretty snaky, but I didn't think about that at the time. So he didn't like me for that reason, and he DM'd me. First DM in our conversations is him saying, "Unfollow me and don't talk to me anymore, because I've never liked you." And then we had this sort of, I explained shit to him, and he was fine. He followed me, and then he unfollowed me. And it's sort of like it's you know when it's not beef, but it's like mutual. I know you don't like me. I know you're pretending to not mind me, but you know it's awkward.
Yeah.
It's mainly Scarvo, who I feel like we're a bit iffy. Like if you look at his Twitter feed right now, he just sort of flexes a lot. Like oh guys, I got G Fuel, guys. I'm going for Carnage, guys. Look at my Xbox, look at my bed, and look at my setup. And I make fun of that a lot because I find it funny, and I don't think he thinks it's funny. I think he's quite annoyed at me for calling him out on Twitter all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And he not sucks up, that's the wrong word. He talks to Shaker a lot. So if I diss one of them, I'm basically they're both taking offense. So I don't know how bad of the blood there is there, but it's definitely not great.
If they asked you to come back, like the work from now, what would you say?
To come back as in what, sorry?
Like if they asked you to come back, but like not what if they asked you to come back like as your original job or like a different job, would you say yes to them or no?
Oh, what, like a managerial position in the team?
Yeah, like a different position maybe.
I don't know. It's a good question. I guess it depends who's in there. Because back then, I was like,
Still going on without you.
oh no, like
Okay.
I didn't have any ambitions back then when I was a manager. I just, this is a big team. Yeah, I've got time. I'll do this. But nowadays, I've just got my end of end of year exams. 2 years worth of revising and test taking. I get my results on the 22nd of August. Like in 3-4 days time. Then beyond there, I'm going to college. I want to get a doctorate in computer science. I want to get a PhD. I want to do all these amazing things. I want to found a company. I want to, at one point, innovate how we see technology as a humanity. So my ambitions are a lot bigger than helping out a stream team right now. So for that reason, my heart wouldn't be in it. So for the better of the team, I'd say no, thank you.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'm kind of a weird character.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all pretty weird in our own way though. But that's just how everyone is though. No one's normal.
In our
There's no normal. There's no middle ground. When I call myself weird, I mean it as in like I have so many different interests. Like I talk about editing a lot. I talk about philosophy a lot on my Twitter page. I ask like deep questions for some reason, like what is the meaning of meaning, etc., etc. Inside, the things that nobody has ever seen. I write papers and stuff. I write music. I record my own music. I've never released it on Twitter because I'm scared of people stealing it or people making fun of it. But if you knew me in real life, you wouldn't recognize me from my Twitter page. Put it that way.
Wait, you write your own music?
Yeah. I've started.
I'm about to start.
You what? Sorry, you're gonna start writing music?
Yeah.
Dude, I wanted to start music like 2 or 3 years ago, but I knew no theory, and then I realized you don't need to know theory.
Yeah, you really don't. Should gather something, and then that's it. You make a song.
Yeah, I play. I said earlier to you guys, I play guitar. I play guitar, bass, drums, piano, and
Not
keyboard.
piano, bass, and guitar.
Sorry. Right.
So, wait, what?
Go ahead, Jack.
So you've never released any of your music?
No. I can show you. Oh, let me copy and paste the link. I can link you guys something that's on this channel.
Record your music while you're doing this.
I don't know what. Sorry.
What do you use to record your music with?
My guitars right now, I've got a PRS SE Standard 24, and I've got a Yamaha ERG 121. All of the other stuff is just like music studio drum sets that I use.
Yeah.
I have a Blue Yeti and a Razer Siren microphone. And the Razer Siren, it's a Razer Siren Pro, so it's got XLR as well as USB, so I can plug it into a Scarlett Right audio interface. I record it all. Then I can overdub it if I want to. I can add some extra effects onto it if I think it's necessary. It takes about. I'll link something in chat now. That took me, I think, 2-3 months to learn how to play perfectly. It's a cover of a song called Goat.
Yeah.
And then it took me about 4 hours to master it. Master it's in like audio mixing, not as in playing fluently.
So, like, do you have a lot of recorded songs they just haven't released?
If you count about 50 or so songs as a lot, then yeah, there's quite a few.
That's about an average band, like the amount of songs of an average band today. Like Smashing Pumpkins.
Would you ever want to release them, like, publicly?
There's a line between I'll try and make this as short as possible without getting too deep into it. But there's definitely a line between what I like to call fiction and reality. So my real life is my friends, my girlfriend, my co-workers, my family, etc. Who I talk to in real life. If they want my social media, I give them my Discord or my Snapchat or my Instagram, and I'll leave it at that. My fictional life is me on Twitter, for example, saying things and acting in ways and showing the character who I would be too scared to show in real life because it's too indifferent. So I like to keep those two lives very separate. I don't like people walking on that thin line between fiction and reality. The only people that do are a few friends from where I work and my girlfriends. They can see both sides of me. Otherwise, stuff like music, if I did release it, it would be like my alias on here is Solo. I would not release it under that name at all. I'd put it under my full real name or a band name or something. So if I ever did release it, it would be highly unlikely anybody on this community would hear it.
What if we released it?
What do you mean?
Like, what if we released it, but like we had it under like a different name?
Oh, what, like your record label?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never really. The most I've done professionally with music is do a few gigs every now and then and a bit of busking. I'm not a guitar god or anything like that.
Yeah.
Can you shred? Or
Sorry?
anything? Can you like shred or do anything cool?
I mean, I could. My guitar's next to me now. I can grab it and play something real quick if you want.
Yeah, we have time.
I mean, how long's this been going on for right now?
An hour.
Yeah.
How long did you want me for?
Well,
Yeah.
it can go on even longer. I really don't. Honestly, we could go on like for another few minutes. We don't really care.
Yeah, I mean, I won't play like for a full song or anything.
All right. So, you do you have anything? Crap. How do I put this? To record music, what would you use? Like, because I don't have anything to actually record my music with. Like, I have the instruments, but I don't have like a device to record them on, except my phone.
You
think
need. Do you know what about audio interfaces and stuff?
Not really.
Well, basically, like, if I play this chord, or that's an F sharp power chord. To you, a G, sorry. To you, over a mic, that'll sound a bit average because it's going through a microphone.
Yeah.
If you get an audio interface, it's basically like a little box, and you have that on your desk. So you plug your microphone, or even better, just your guitar amplifier, into that box, and then that goes straight to your PC via USB. So instead of like recording your songs through a microphone, it will go through straight to the PC, like you're hearing it through your ears.
Because
So you want to get a Scarlett Right audio interface is what I'd recommend.
Yeah. Because I was gonna buy some CDs and give them to Jackson and record music because we have a Laser Sky record label for like music and stuff. I was gonna record music and let Jackson burn them onto a CD and start maybe selling them profit too.
Yeah, that's a great way to do it. Like, have you ever heard of the Arctic Monkeys?
I think I have a long time ago.
Yeah.
Best rock band in the world, by the way. They started out by selling like burnt CDs of some of their songs in like where they live in a place called England. Sheffield was like a really, really small place. They sold out some CDs there on the streets. They gave them out for free, and then a few months later, they're one of the biggest rock bands in the UK. That's a great way to start out.
That'd be awesome.
But like though, like what if we did release like one of your songs though?
I wouldn't. How do I phrase this? I wouldn't have any objections to it. It would just kind of be weird because that's putting something that I, Casey, have made out there, but people who know me as solo are gonna see it. So that's literally on that borderline between fiction and reality. So I'd have to think about it if I want to keep that life separate or not.
I wouldn't do it unless, like somebody like you was okay with it anyway. But yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of conscious about my musical ability anyway. I've always wanted to be like a guitar god, like Steve Vai or Jared Dines, someone who's amazing.
Oh yeah, Jared.
If you're not comfortable doing it, we don't have to. I was just wondering if you would want to.
I wouldn't do it honestly, unless if like he actually like wanted to or was on board.
We would.
I mean,
we don't want to make you do something that you wouldn't feel comfortable doing. We're just asking because like it'd be interesting,
Yeah. Yeah. You like.
yeah, no, I get you.
Wait, before y'all do this, what kind of band are you? Like what?
I've never actually. I've joined one band. Otherwise, I just play guitar by myself. I do a lot of different stuff. I do a lot of rock music. A bit of pop.
Being in a grunt like the '90s rock kind of thing?
More like modern rock and instrumental rock.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of power chords more than anything else.
Yeah.
I do my latest endeavor. I've been learning how to do my music. That's pretty fun.
Hmm.
I don't know why. It's something to do with the Minecraft trends. Now I'm getting into fingerstyle quite a lot. If you know what that is,
I think I kind of know what it is.
it's like quite soothing styles of music.
Hmm.
So
Like
I mean,
kind of
yo, sorry.
like jazz kind of. That
It's,
kind of soothing stuff.
kind of like jazz, yeah. Just a bit more light-hearted and free-flowing.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I was about to get into me and one of my mates thought, okay, we'll do a guitar off for a YouTube video. I'll publish it as like my alias and everything, but that never happened. So I might release a song with you guys. Big might. I'll have to think it through if I want to cross those lives over or not. That's my only concern.
Yeah.
Like, so we don't. So I had to. I didn't like make them like do their own shows. I told them. I asked them because I'm a very like genuine and nice person. I asked them very nicely. Would you all be comfortable or like would like to start making like your own web shows with me and help me grow my startup company? And I told them that they didn't have to do it if they didn't feel comfortable, and they told me yes, they felt comfortable. And I would not want to make anyone feel uncomfortable like doing something. Like I will always ask them if they feel comfortable doing it. I won't like make someone do anything. I'll just ask them if they would like to feel comfortable doing it. I wouldn't let them do something that they didn't feel comfortable doing. I would not let them.
Yeah. You like to make the options clear.
Yeah, like I like to make them feel comfortable. I don't want them to feel uncomfortable doing it.
Yeah, you can't do you can't be the best of your game if you're not happy playing it.
Like
Yeah.
like they seem happy doing what they're doing. They've told me.
Yeah, like
I
we like really don't feel like recording, but other than that, it's actually kind of fun. It brings us together and stuff, and all the
Yeah.
interviews and stuff that we're doing. We're hoping it might get us bumped up on subs.
Yeah.
And all that stuff.
Yeah. Now there has been beef like back sometimes. There has. Trust me, there has.
but other people,
But, you know-
but we don't talk about that on the podcast. They
Yeah, we
talk
don't.
yeah. We don't.
About it.
So when we do have, we try and stay away from drama as much as possible because we do not
Yeah.
want it. Because we're a startup company and we just don't want it to affect us. But like also we're just not like mean people, so we just stay away from drama.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you for a fact now. Wait until like 2-3 days after this goes live, and then look at my Twitter feed. People are going to be yelling at me. I can guarantee. But yeah, I see what you mean. Trying to avoid any controversy as a new startup.
So oh, I have a question. What's like your you probably already said this, but what's your favorite things to do like in your free time?
I'm quite into programming, fitness, and music. It's been a lot more peaceful. So, I'm fine like in my spare time playing the guitar or just working out or reading a book or writing. Just normal people stuff.
Mhm.
Do you like playing games? Just wondering.
I used to around the time of Destiny. You know when Destiny 2 came out, I stopped.
Honestly, I hated Destiny. My cousin used to play a lot.
Yeah, it was. I love Destiny 1, but
That's what
Destiny 2 not so much.
It was kind of crap.
I feel like when they
Yeah,
made
Destiny.
Destiny 2, it was kind of just like a money grabber when they released like all the DLC, like extended story things. I feel like they were just doing that just for money.
So
Yeah.
because of like, do you like playing Fortnite and Call of Duty still?
No, I've never enjoyed Fortnite.
Oh, but that's what your YouTube channel pretty much did, so you had to just go along with it.
I never actually played Fortnite on my YouTube channel. I never really played many games other than Destiny back in like 2016. I never really got into gaming. I was just more like I'll do whatever I want kind of YouTube. I never followed a trend, but SeiZe did, if that's what you mean. SeiZe was stuck with Fortnite.
Well, like we made our channel something different other than a gaming channel because not over like 80, like I put it 60% maybe. 60% of YouTube is gaming channels and like
Yeah.
maybe 10% reaction channels. 5%, like skits and stuff, kind of like Smosh and all that kind of stuff. But like the majority of YouTube is just gaming channels, and we do gaming, but like not a lot. We mostly do like reactions and stuff.
Yeah, gaming's a bit it's not the same as it was a few years ago where if you upload a gaming video you're guaranteed to get views. It's quite overcrowded now. It's still fun though. If you can manage to pull it off, it's one hell of a time.
Yeah.
I mean, I play older games now. Like, honestly, I care less about views now. I did when I was just starting up because I wanted to get, like, bigger numbers. But after that, I honestly didn't like it because honestly, I felt like I had to get a video out every day just, like, just to get more subscribers and more views. It just didn't help me. So I took, a lot of breaks off during my, like, second year on my YouTube channel that I'm on now. Like, now,
Yeah.
I do older games because I just don't even care if I get more views or not. I just love playing the games that I play. Like, I've been starting to play Portal 2 and, like, that Resident Evil 2 game that came out, a few months ago. The remastered one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I play a lot of older games, so.
Do you want to know the sort of stuff that's really going off right now?
Yeah.
What?
Like, post it in the chat. This sort of stuff. Like, I made it 2 months ago. It's got like 2.1k views. It's just like, how do I get a username and password? How do I hack? That's always been a thing on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm guarantee, if I made a video about how to find someone's IP in a Call of Duty game or something like that, it would bang. I wouldn't do it because I find it as unethical, but that sort of stuff bangs.
Yeah.
Like, could you get like a YouTube channel? It's like login and password like that way.
No. I mean, I won't give any details because I say it all in the video, but it's HTTP sites, not HTTPS sites. But as I say, if you end up watching the video at some point, it explains it all. It's kind of complicated. Well, not really, but you know. Anyway, I'm gonna have to say thanks for having me. I've got to head off and do a few things now.
Okay.
But
It's been
yeah, it's been
nice
great.
having you.
Yeah, it's been great talking to you guys and
Yeah.
meeting you. Thank you very much.
We finally got to like talk and clear everything up about that whole Team SeiZe stuff. We finally talked about it.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's been great because I feel like if this gets shared out enough, I definitely will share it out. It'll probably clear up a few misconceptions.
And you're welcome for finally being able to like to talk it out like in a video if you haven't been able to do it before.
Yeah, no, this is my very first podcast I've ever featured, so it's been great.
Yeah.
At least now
Yeah.
people will know your side of the story and not like think that you're the bad person that like ended it all. It was just, I feel like your side of the story has never been like told. I feel like everyone else like just thinks it's your fault, but really just don't know what happened. I feel like they're just honestly just trying to cover it up and make you seem like the bad guy but make them seem like the good people.
Like the guy that gets blamed and stuff. That's just gonna, like skyrocket down. Help you be the most, or make you be the most.
I mean, I'd still definitely say if you get a chance, maybe interview some other people who were involved to get their side. Because I've been as truthful and honest as I can, but different receptors are different.
Yeah, because
But getting out, I think.
Don't
Jack
say
did
names.
say we're doing- Oh yeah.
We're talking to some of them on Twitter DMs, asking if they would like to. We don't want to like name drop on the podcast, but we've been asking a few, just like talk to them. I've talked to like two of them, about it. One said yes, one hasn't responded yet. But like we want to get like their side of the story though. But we believe you though. I believe your side of the story. I if they say something different, I'm gonna still believe you though.
Yeah, because
Take it with a pinch of salt. Just like formulate your own opinion. But as I say, I've been as honest as I can be. So thank you very much.
Yeah, honestly, you sound more truth. You sound the thing that I think I found more unique about you is like you just like held it up, just like got confidence. You just speak your own way, your own truth. The real thing that happened. Probably the other members were just saying, oh, just he did it because yada yada yada. But you at least I see how you were being honest with it.
Having a real life and internet life separate, I have no reason to lie. If everyone wants to know the truth, I'll tell everybody the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've really got to head off now, but I have to leave the call. But thank you very much for having me, guys. It's been great. Hope we can talk again soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a
See
good
ya.
day.
You too, guys. See you in a
Bye.
bit. Bye.
Alright.
Bye. He was a cool guy.
Yeah. That was a fun episode. Anyway, guys, we hope you enjoyed this 1 hour and 16-minute podcast. Okay, let's leave this. Let's leave this group chat now.
Alright.
Let's just remove everyone. I'm removing you guys, by the way.
Alright. Did we go to Cult of Bloaty?
Yes.
Alright.
All right. So how did y'all like that? How did y'all like that podcast?
He was a cool guy. He was actually a pretty cool guy.
Yeah. What about the
Well, we're doing the outro for the podcast right now.
Oh, okay.
All right, guys. We hope you enjoyed. We've now been recording for 1 hour and 17 minutes, but we're doing more interviews soon with different people. We're not going to tell you the names now because we want to wait until you guys see the podcast come out. So just know that we're going to be interviewing more people soon, but next podcast episode you'll most likely see. Most likely be just all of us just talking about something. Not talking about like something specific, just us talking about, like whatever, because we're just going to be, doing different style of podcast from now on. But anyway, you'll see more interviews soon, but next podcast will probably be just us talking about like a certain subject probably. But anyway, we hope you enjoyed, and recording for Laser Sky Studios is back on track, and so this week will be the first week where we're back on schedule to record on our daily schedule. So you'll see daily videos again this week. You'll see Enter the Meme Zone again this week. You'll see the Nature Show this week again. You'll see 48 vs. the Internet Season 2 finale finally come out this week. And next week, you'll see the Season 3 premiere of 48 vs. the Internet and Enter the Meme Zone next week. Also, we hope you enjoyed, and on the screen will premiere either this week or next week, but this is going up the Thursday of this week. This is going up Thursday the 22nd. 2019, and we hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye, see you soon.
Bye, have a great time.
Bye, have a great time. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.